Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Mini John Cooper Works two-doored hardtop. This model's finished off in chili red with all of the white accents. MSRP is just over $47,000. Now this is also the 1965 Victory Edition. You'll notice 52 on the side, which was the driver's number for the Victory at the 1965 Monte Carlo Champion, and there's several other 1965 badges located throughout. Let's start off with what this is powered by, which is the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbo. This is paired to the 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Pumps out 228 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. It's front-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in just under 6 seconds with a top speed up to 155 miles an hour. Now, this is primarily a JCW, so you'll notice the John Cooper Works badge over on the one side. There's also a sensor for distance pacing, a forward camera, all of the parking sensors as well, and you'll notice the neat checkered design running right through the middle. There's also some active grille shutters with large inlets to provide cooling when needed, and the circular LEDs for all of the lighting. There's also the driver registration number within that white bonnet stripe there, and you'll notice gloss black for the lower section of the bumper, which works its way to the fender flares and the lower side skirt. Now this also has the floating mini badge for the center wheel caps. There's the John Cooper Works brakes and that two-tone design for the wheel. You'll notice white on the power folding side mirrors where there's a camera and a turn signal. There's a moonroof, and that white stripe continues down that driver's side. You'll notice too the 1965 badge on the C-pillar here, and then gloss black for the spoiler. There's a third brake light and wiper blade. There's also a 1965 Victory Edition within that stripe that continues down the lift gate. LEDs for the lighting, there's the backup camera, parking sensors, and the center single exit exhaust, along with more gloss black there. Now you can easily open up this lift gate, where this has a good bit of space with the back seats up. You do have some hidden storage under the floor, so you can open and remove this lid if you need some more height. You can remove this, and you can easily fold down these seats from the back. You do have to have that front seat moved forwards, of course, for it to fold flat. But you can fit in a good bit of items for this smaller vehicle. So it's a practical vehicle for its smaller size if you're not looking for anything larger. Now, this also has this neat pattern with the Harman Kardon audio. There's the liftgate release, window controls, side mirror adjustments, and the soft touch materials up top. There's also another badge for the door sill. This has memory seating adjustments, which are power operating, and they have a combination of cloth and leather. Now, in order to get into that back seat, you have the manual release, and then the seat will work its way forwards from there, which is nice to see. So with it flat now, you can see what that looks like. And then at 5'10", there's actually a good bit of space. It is compact, of course. You have one cup holder, I have plenty of leg room, and I am just barely touching the headliner. You have large windows, so it's very easy to see your own sunshade in the back. So 4 people could ride around comfortably if you don't have much with you, of course, and then that seat will work its way back. Now, as we hop in, we have the leather steering wheel, and let's start this up now, where this has paddle shifters, cruise control settings, there's volume, music, Bluetooth, and voice commands. There's also a shortcuts control, which you will see on the head-up display. It also shows miles per hour, there's fuel, power, and the speed limit sign. And then you have a shortcut to get into your music in using this dial. There's one air vent. You have more of the soft touch material for the back of the dash there. And then everything is basically within this infotainment system. This upper section is essentially what you see on the head-up display. For the home screen, you can go through all of these widgets here. And it just depends on what you'd like to see. You can customize them as well. So you can pull up several different icons. You can quickly get into the climates and go through all of those. You can pull up music, get back to your home here. If you push on the 6 squares, now you can go through several apps here, like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have different displays, a drive recorder, driving settings, even your cameras. You can get through quite a lot depending on what you need to adjust. You can also get into the navigation and pull up your phone too. And then you can swipe up from the bottom and you have several shortcuts that you can add as needed. Now under that, there's volume and there's different driving experiences. So John Cooper Works is going to be like sport mode, where you have all of those icons to see. There's a few others here that are going to be like an eco mode. Some of them are just going to be somewhat of a gimmick. If you want to look at timeless, gives you a really neat design. All of them will play a different sound as well, depending on the mode that you get into, which is pretty neat. There's also the engine start stop, and then this is how you put it into reverse. So you have the camera system, and you have quite a lot of angles to get into, just depending on where you need to see. So you have no shortage of visibility for this entire vehicle. There's also drive, and then e-brake is park. Below that, there's defrosters, hazards, a shortcut to that camera system, and then you can also get into your driver assistance, your drivetrain, and chassis. There's wireless charging, cup holders. 1965 is on this storage bin. There's more storage with auxiliaries, a fixed armrest, plenty of storage in the glove box. I also forgot to mention 1965 on the steering wheel there. And then your rear view, dome lights, and controls for the sunroof. Both sunshades are manual. And then with a look at visibility, super easy to see. This is a boxy vehicle. You have a lot of glass to see over both shoulders. And in the JCW mode from second gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, we're up to speed. The paddles are also going to be very responsive. As this has a dual clutch transmission, it is one of the best that you can get for being an automatic. Now we are in sixth gear. If I hold on this left paddle shifter, as I mentioned earlier, it's a boost paddle. If I hold on that for a few seconds, it'll drop down to third gear, and we have that countdown there where you can accelerate, do some performance driving fun. Of course, you could just downshift a few times yourself, but if you're in a pinch or you just feel like doing that, that's a really neat option to have for this model. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the JCW. That is one thing, like I mentioned earlier, having some more information within the gauge cluster. What gear you're in is over here. So while you have to glance this way, it's kind of the same as if you were to glance down at the gauge cluster, but again, would be nice to see some of that information on the head-up display, especially being in the sport mode settings. Maybe if it changed just slightly, it would be neat to see that, but it's still there. It's pretty easy to see as needed. Very easy to see as well with the boxy design. You have some small A pillars, so you have quite a lot of glass in all directions. You can easily see in front of the side mirrors too. And this is a comfortable vehicle to drive. We have very nice materials, and there's a huge following for the Mini Cooper brand in general. I think it would be neat if some of these limited editions had the manual transmission. Mini Cooper has done away with having the manual for the JCW. So something limited like this, I think it would be neat to see, or at least have that option. But regardless, you have a really quick transmission and a fun driving car. So that is going to wrap it up for this 2026 Mini John Cooper Works 1965 Victory Edition. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Mini for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.